Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Redline Collectibles. Sometimes the hunt produces other cool things, and I thought I'd share this brief little find with you. Originally back in the day, 2003 era, a Stanley. You've seen these before, the utility hang-ups things, for hoses and electrical cords, perhaps a couple bicycles. Pretty cool, ingenious thing that at the time, that's how you use it. At the time, you could get this made in China, of course, the headquarters in Connecticut, United States of America. In 2003, the local hobo in our area was selling these for 99 cents. And you'll see in the comments section of this YouTube video the reality of what this exact or very similar product is. It's funny, just a slight real experience going into a local True Value, and you've heard about True Value and what's happened in the market with hardware. The space is there's too many people competing with, really, in essence, a lot of online purchases and such, people staying at home and not traveling like they used to. Brick and mortar is, always going to be here, but anyway, where it's made, right? And I was just, I went in with a very open mind about what I was going to see up and down the aisles of the various hardware areas. But by and large, over at True Value there, it was mostly, for the most part, I'm not exaggerating, offshore. And that is, a very, very wide breadth of offshore. And the manufacturing used to be in the Midwest, because when I did as a profession, I saw what happened to the decimation of the Rust Belt, which it turned into as a result of the leverage buyouts and such. And believe me, I'm definitely a believer in capitalism, most certainly. Today's just a brief little video here, just to kind of give you an idea of what's coming up for next week, Tuesday, on a Facebook site called Studio-Redline. Here you are. Yeah, just a little overspray action. The engine doesn't operate that well when you have paint all over your air intake. So that custom AMX in pink was taken off the assembly line and put into a blister pack and sent onward into humanity. And now, 1969? How many years later that we find ourselves in this hobby that is, as long as the day is, just everywhere, and globally, the tens of millions that enjoy the hunt, the shades of color, that really speaks to a lot of people that we find collaborating together in this hobby, the shine and shimmer, if you will. Even though you may have a bruised up, little boss hoss in purple, that's because there's so much love to this particular casting. And dang, in purple, and it's got some attributes of, it certainly is not overchrome. I'll preface everything by saying that it's not overchrome. When you look at it under an LED, you're going to see some really large areas of very shiny, very mirror type of effect. And then, of course, the bifocal, just everybody, looking for colors that maybe you don't have in your collection. What's interesting about this particular one is it has, the hood is clear. They're blue tinted, if you will, hoods, and there are clear plastic. And Jack Clark calls this out in his Elite Redline book as well. So we all know, but this is that variation, if you will. And it has the injectors, as you noticed. We had a discussion in one of our auctions. I think it was just this last week, the 29th of October, on Facebook site called Studio-Redline, and it was about the topic of stickers and how the factory came with pre-applied stickers on certain models, mongoose, snake, certainly the bifocal, and then it was up to the collector, the new owner of this masterpiece, whatever it might be, and different, where stickers were put on by the factory, then you had to complete the work, so to speak, or not, or not. We sell represent a lot of consigners that send us sticker free, like a Ford J car. Think about that, without the stripes, the rocker panel stripes and the number one, right? Nothing's on it. It's completely clean, never been applied decals. And the finish is just so beautiful. And I think there's a big place in this hobby for, if you will, non-stickered, non-applied, outside externals, whatever, as long as it's tastefully done, water slides, etc. So this, the AMX has got this daisy that came from back in the day, and it's part of the character of the car. And when this goes for a featured car next week, Tuesday, I'll specifically, make mention that, there was an effort to try to remove it, but I could see that it's going to leave an impression. So I figure, why not just leave the whole impression, some child's original imagination permanently imprinted on your pink custom AMX with overspray on the engine compartment. So that is the deal. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I thought that we just talked about a little Stanley product, real life experience, really asking you, did you guys have a hobo in your village, town, municipality? Did you visit that? Remember that? That's the Builder Square. Maybe I'm dating myself here, but everything, of course, is at Sears. But again, we're doing some investigative work here and finding out where all the fun lies, and that's with you. Thanks for being a subscriber, share and like, and I really appreciate you telling everybody about Redline Collectibles. See you on Tuesdays. Bye, everybody.